Well, hi there. It's time for me to do a vlog again, and I'm still in my uniform because as soon as I sat down, the cat decided she needed love now. I asked y'all for questions again because I like doing these. I just sound like Christopher Walken. I like doing these. You know, I can't do it again. I like doing these because that's creepy, kind of. We'll have the cat answer the questions. Answer the questions, Kit Kat. No? Okay. I like doing these because it's not just me making up some stupid crap, which, by the way, I have an excellent idea for a video, but I'm going to have to get my sister to help me, but I don't think she's going to be able to help for a little bit, but it's going to be amazing. So, I'm going to answer questions that were asked to me. Let me pull them up. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm going to start with One Angry Dwarf. That sounds like me today. Have I ever seriously considered killing someone? Yes. Actually, if you read my blog, there's a link to it on the very bottom of all the entries. If you only know me through YouTube, I will put a link in the description box. There's I have a short story, and it's called S.H.A.N.E, and it stands for Synaptic Human Augmentation Neurological Experiment. And what it is, it's about average Joe type of guy who one day is pretty much kidnapped, I guess would be the word. He's pretty much taken against his will, and he's thrown into a like an experimentation program where they try to augment your human side so that you have no remorse, you have no second thoughts, no fleeting moments of doubt, and so that you're used as an assassin. You're trained and augmented to be an assassin, to kill without remorse. Well, every entry, or since I am doing it as a blog style, every entry is like a little mini chapter. And every entry that I've written, except for the filler entries to get from point A to point B, all the filler entries where the character S.H.A.N.E is killing somebody, is actually a scenario I've played out in my head before. There's actually a very, if you ever decide to read it, it's graphic, and it does deal with some subjects that are a little stomach-turning, very stomach-turning. Usually it has to deal with something I've heard, and, you know, if it's something that upsets me to the point I go off in my own head, and I'm thinking, dear God, if I could get away with it, what I would do with that person. There's actually an entry dealing with a small child, and I'm not going to actually say anything about it in a vlog because it's one of the more graphic entries where S.H.A.N.E finds out what's going on with this child and actually attacks the person hurting this child. And every detail that is in that entry is something I have thought about doing. So it's kind of my release. But that is how I get over it. So if you do want to see a darker side of me and what I would do, that is probably where you would start. What's the most embarrassing song you love? Okay, I have been thinking about these questions for days. Now here's the thing. There are a lot of embarrassing songs out there. I'm going to admit straight up right now, though, the most embarrassing song I love is not technically a song per se. Anything by the Spice Girls. I will admit right now, I love the Spice Girls. I still have their CD somewhere. Yeah, CD. I still have the CD somewhere. And every time I pull it out, like when I'm cleaning and organizing and I see the Spice Girls CD, I have this moment where outwardly, if anyone was in the house, I would giggle and joke and be like, oh, it's my little sister from way back when, you know, I bought it for her, I don't know how to. But if I'm by myself, I'm like, oh my God, I still have this Spice Girls CD. So I just admitted it. What is my favorite slang term for vagina? Yeah, that is kind of an X-rated question. I know I wanted to stay away from them, but I thought it'd be funny to say this. I don't really have a slang word that I use, but I don't ever walk around saying vagina either. But the funniest one I think I have ever heard, other than, you know, your whispering eye, is people that say vajayjay. And they say, not so, I mean, the word itself is kind of funny. And I can see where they vajayjay, you know. I laugh when they say it in dead seriousness. They're like, oh my god, did that hurt your vajayjay? Okay. What is the first video I ever made and how bad was it? The first video I ever made was called Teffy Answers Questions Round 1. That's the only reason I started making videos. I started making videos to answer questions from my blog. I have blue hair in it, and at the time I'm using a camera that had no speaker. I have it hooked up through a USB port. I think I have it sitting on like a can of Pringles, and I don't have enough light in the room, so I actually took the globe out of my lava lamp and was pointing the lava lamp to me, and halfway through the video I accidentally look at the light and blind myself. So that's about as bad as it gets. Let's see. What is the tattoo on my arm? The tattoo on my arm, I went with 2 of my friends for us all to get our first tattoo. I actually did not go in the place with the intention of getting a tattoo because I'm one of those people. I want it to be thought out. I don't want to be like, oh, dude, it's an elf sitting on a mushroom. How cute. Put it on me. No. All my tattoos that I've only gotten one right now, but all the tattoos I'm going to get will have some kind of meaning to them. I'm not trying to be one of those douchebag hipsters that are going to be like, you know, I thought biohazard signs were cool before they were mainstream, you know, or something like that. Anything that's going to represent anything in my life, well, it's going to, you know, I'm not going to be covered in tattoos. I've had this idea for a sleeve, though. It's going to be the solar system, and it's just going to be like space down, you know, probably to my elbow. It's going to be sexy, alright? Just deal with it. It's going to be sexy. The tattoo I have now, I went in, one of my friends got a sun and moon together, because she loved the moon. My other friend got a biohazard symbol on her shoulder for whatever reason. I was actually looking just to see what they had, and I didn't want to use Flash, and I came across like a tribal design, and I liked the little pattern of it, but it was green, and it had like these orange and bluish kind of gecko spots in it. And so I, you know, without thinking, you know, you're in the middle of a tattoo shop, and these people, they want you to get a tattoo. I just said, oh, that pattern's neat. And before I knew it, the shop owner, she was, the wife of the shop owner, Mrs. Redbeard, was actually right up next to me. Oh, you like that? Do you want to get that? And I said, no, I don't like I like the pattern. I like the design. I don't like the pattern. And she, well, what do you like? And I was like, I love tigers. I'm pretty much convinced that most of my tattoos will have something to do with tigers. I love tigers. So she takes the Flash off the wall, and then she goes and redraws it. Of course, the original Flash is only this big. She redraws it huge. And she says, where were you wanting to put this? I was like, well, if I got it, it'd be on my, you know, my upper arm, so my sleeve could cover it, and I could go to work and not have to worry about anything. So she redraws it huge. I was like, I have little arms, you know, and now it'll look fine. Well, she redraws it, and she draws her own tiger pattern in it. And I fell in love with it. So that's what it is. It is a tribal pattern that Miss Redbeard drew and put tiger stripes in it. And it goes all the way. And I didn't realize till after I got the tattoo, someone's like, what's the G for? It's not a G. It's just, you know, it's supposed to be a swirl. But that is my tattoo. What is the last time I peed myself? Dwarf, you are weird. The last time I peed myself, I really want to say a very long time ago, but there's probably a chance that I've been drunk and peed myself. No, see, my ex-girlfriend, I didn't pee myself that night. I got so drunk, though, that I ended up in just my underwear, and her mom walks in the room, and I was so blasted, and I was so hot, and I'm just sitting Indian style in the middle of the floor, and I looked to her mom, and I slurred to her, I really like you when I'm drunk, because you're not so anal. Good job, Teffy. Good job. And then I threw up.